Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our
Hello.
channel. If you are a first-time stalker of our channel, we have a wonderful duo here. We have, of course, Ginger Bailey, great psychic medium, nutrition, and well, she's so good at so many things. But all of her information will be in the description box, and we'll put it on the screen. She has brought a wonderful guest, Karen Olson, who I love already because she's part Norwegian. Yeah, in Minnesota. And she does angel readings, correct?
That's right.
Yes. And so I would love to hear more about that. But first of all, Eric, I love you.
I
Love you,
love you, Mom.
I hear that.
Yeah.
And of course, Karen also is
Yeah.
supposed to be and she is, of course, a wonderful psychic medium. So, all right, Karen, let us know everything about what you do. What are angel readings, first of all?
Well, I'm a psychic medium, just like Ginger.
Yeah.
So I do both psychic and mediumship readings. And I do have an angelic team that I work with, as well as other spirit guides to bring through messages, whether it's for life guidance, predictive type questions you have, or if you would like a message from a loved one. I do both of those. I offer them by email. Email works really well for people who have a busy schedule.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So perfect.
And I do 1 and 2 question email readings, and I get back within 72 hours.
Wow,
And
that's
then
fast.
I also do, and I do phone readings also. You can schedule those on my website along with the email readings. You can do that too. I do 30 and 45-minute phone readings.
Okay.
And I also offer remote energy clearings. I can do it for your home or your workspace, and I can also do personal clearings. If you have like blocked chakras, I use my Reiki training to clear that. And I'm going to be offering the Ask Erik yes/no questions too.
That's awesome. So
that
I do the scalar energy, and every once in a while we have somebody that just it doesn't work for, and it's always seems to be so far blocks in their energy, like subconscious thought forms, like I'm not good enough. It's going to work for everybody but me. This is too good to be true. So can you clear things like that? Although I have a lot of that language in the script already, but nothing doesn't always work. Sometimes their thoughts are stronger than the intent script.
Yeah.
I sure can.
Good. Awesome. So what do you want to do? You want to do an angel reading on somebody? We'll save that for another time.
Probably save it for another time. They can book on my website.
You don't want to do one on what's your name? Ginger.
Yeah. I think I wore her out. She's doing my sessions just to not because she needs them, trust me, but it's just to we're talking more about business
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
For the psychic medium training that I do, because I also teach that in there too to help people, like if they want to do a business with it.
Yeah, life coaching.
But coaching. I think we did that right before this. So I'm wondering if she probably wore out a little bit with that, huh? But she's very, very, very talented. It's just quick.
So what do you want to do? You want to ask, well, let me ask Erik for a message through you.
Oh,
it's so funny. I was telling Ginger
tell her about that. Yeah.
For about the past month, I've just started feeling his presence with me. And I call it my day job. I work in healthcare. I'm a medical coder, so I work at home. So I'll be sitting at my other desk doing that. And I just sense him at this desk, just sitting there, just chilling, kind of sitting back, I just sense him. Yeah. And he knows that I've never been a fan of the F-bomb, and you know how he likes that. So
oh God, yeah.
We've kind of had that banter back and forth.
Yeah.
But he says that words are just a string of letters. They get their power from the intent behind them. And what is going on? That's not, there's no hate in there. There's no negativity. It's just a whole little word.
Yeah, he's warmed her up to it. So he's like, he'll do like, oh, come on, she was telling me like,
it's like that. I have lightened up.
He's teasing you.
I've lightened up.
Yeah.
He does it to a lot of people. Yeah. And it's hard. I mean, I love the F-bomb, so it's like an adjective, a noun, I think it's great, but not with a hateful intention, obviously.
The hate, and that's what a lot of people are used to, Erik says. He's saying a lot of people are used to that. They're used to, that's like when you're little, oh, don't say those words, they're bad. So they're programmed, that that's the only way it comes through or choose. But there's a lot of power behind those words, but it depends on the power you give it. you know?
Yes,
Right.
exactly. All right, Eric, what else do you want to say through Karen? She's half Norwegian, so you want to talk about that?
Ufta.
Oofta.
Ufta.
Ashebesh.
Yeah.
So you know what? What about so you were going to talk about how you got into it, how you
Oh,
got into
good,
doing
good.
with
And how you met
this is
Ginger. I think
this
I already know that, but yeah, go ahead and tell us
Yeah.
your history.
yeah, this is important. Yeah.
How do you feel
Yes,
about your
Thursday.
mother? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
My spiritual journey, I didn't really notice too much as a child growing up, any type of a psychic or a mediumship experience. It really started like in my early adulthood, 20s and 30s.
Mhm.
Sometimes I would things would just pop into my head and I don't know how they, I wasn't the one placing them there. It's just like it was usually a prediction of some kind, like somebody that I knew that was going to die. For some
Ugh.
reason, spirit likes the death thing with me, and I don't know why.
Oh
But
God.
I know, but and then another example I can use would be like the night before 9/11 happened.
Ugh.
I was sitting outside with my son in the, he's playing in the yard, and I was hanging out with him, and I saw a vision of a plane crashing into a building.
Mm.
I'm like, and I kept thinking, well, is that going to be, I was thinking it was going to be around where I lived, but then the next morning 9/11 happened. So then I'm like, oh,
Wow.
what they mean. So there's just things like that on occasion that would happen to me. And I would also on occasion see spirit, like shadow people at the foot of my bed at night.
How old were you then?
I was probably like in my 20s and 30s.
Oh, about the same time. Yeah.
Adult,
And
yeah.
she would see with her eyes. She would see spirit with her
Oh,
eyes, her actual
wow.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little, and I didn't tell anybody. I didn't come up from a family that talked about this or believed in it, and so I just kind of kept those things to myself. But
Yeah.
I was married to my first husband at the time, and he developed well, he was a severe diabetic. He had to have a kidney transplant, and then
Oh.
he was on Prograf, a medication, immune suppressant, and it caused lymphoma
Oh,
to
God.
develop, and he had it in his brain, and he ended up about a week after the surgery to remove the tumor, he passed from a blood clot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So when that happened, I know our son was just 10 years old at that time. It's like the floodgates just opened with the psychic mediumship
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is that? And maybe Eric can
I
go
think,
in with this.
you
Why,
know,
Eric? And why, Karen,
Well,
would that
I
trigger
think
that?
that, traumatic events can trigger it, I think.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't start doing this after my dad died. And it's
Oh,
not that it was real traumatic because I knew he was suffering and I didn't want him to suffer anymore. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, of course you're sad you lose your father. But it was the fact that I could see and hear him after he passed. And then that's when Eric came in and,
yeah.
that's this
So do you
history
think that
we talked about.
your husband and your father did something to help open up your abilities?
I
It's
think
weird
so.
because, and a friend of mine lost her husband young too, like that. And her and I, after my husband died, she was a real close support system. And I actually went to her and talked to her about this. But the night of his visitation at the funeral home,
Yeah.
everybody had left and I was the only one in there. And I went up to him in the casket and I kissed him and I said my goodbye to him. And, because I was going to have the casket closed the next day. And I walked out to the car to get in and I heard he started talking to me in my head and I wasn't putting it there. I heard Grady. And that was his nickname for me when we were dating and first married.
Wow.
But it got so he hadn't used it, in the later years. I heard Grady.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my God, you're talking to me. And
Yeah,
that went on
yeah.
for weeks with him.
Where did he get
And
Grady? Why?
I don't know where he got it from. I don't know. I should ask him that. I don't know. It's so weird. You just called me Grady.
Yeah, okay, ask. Or Eric, maybe
Yeah.
you know why Grady. Maybe he liked the boat Grady White. We have one of those.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him that.
This was a nickname that he asked you that he had for you. Is that what you said? Yeah. You know what? All I'm getting is this was just something that rolled off the tongue that he felt, that rolled off the tongue for her and the way it felt because it's not like it goes with Karen Lynn Olson or just Karen Lynn. It was just something that rolled off the tongue is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yeah. It
Makes
didn't really
sense.
make any sense, the connection. I don't know, but Yeah,
Yeah.
but my friend had the same thing happen after her husband died, and he talked her inside her head for weeks too, like weeks and months after.
Is she a
Um,
medium also?
I don't know. She passed last fall from cancer,
Oh,
Oh,
she is not.
wow.
and I have
Wow.
talked to her a little bit since.
Sorry.
Oh God, they're dropping like flies, people.
I know.
A
I
lot of these
know. I know.
unexplained deaths of people and pets this year for some reason. I mean, Grant, it was obvious that he did. Well, Eric, let's see. Let's ask Karen to translate you for any message from my daughter's, your sister's father-in-law, Grant.
Yeah, we were just talking to him.
Yeah. He says, "I love you. I am healed."
Hmm. Any message to his kids, Frank, Houston, and Morgan? I think that's it. Yeah. Such a great family.
You will feel my presence.
Good.
Look for the signs. There will be signs, and you will know them when you see them.
Sounds like he's
Yeah.
already going to be powerful from that side, from what you told me
Yeah,
even before
that's-
we started recording.
That's what
I
I was
am-
feeling earlier. Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
your protector, he's saying to the kids. I am your protector.
Oh, what about to his wife? She's the one that's suffering pretty much the most. Lisa. I
I'm
won't give
hearing
last name.
joy. You suffered with me in life through my illness, and now I want you to feel joy.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah. I just
You
got
deserve
chills.
joy.
I just got chills when you
Easier
said that.
said than done. Any message to Christina, my daughter?
I'm hearing beloved one. I don't know what that means to her.
The loved one.
The beloved one.
Loved one.
A beloved one. What about his grandkids? Well, Christina's kids, Harper and Juliet. So cute.
He's saying sweet and nurturing. I will watch over them, and he'll see them. He'll know what's going on. That's the thing about the people that cross over that's, so many don't understand is like, oh, I wish he was here to see this, or,
Yeah.
and they are.
Right.
They are.
They don't
you
miss
know.
anything. They
They
don't miss
don't.
anything. Yeah. And when you were tuning into him like that, Karen, I was seeing him like kind of his arms like around like protection. Like when you said that, like he's got it. He's got them and not missing anything, not missing any of the milestones in their life. Not
Yeah, he was
missing
a big old lovable teddy bear. And he probably still is. So yeah, Eric, hang out with him, show him the ropes. But it almost sounds like he's kind of has already an innate knowledge about the other side, more than most people who cross over. Am I wrong? I might be.
No, like we were talking about earlier before we got on here, it's a lot different when people pass over to the other side, for timing. So we could be here for a couple minutes, and maybe they've felt like they've been there for years.
Yeah.
Even though not years, it's just the way as a human that we can express the time frame of it. Because it's more like expansion on that side, not time or space.
Yeah.
So it's not like here, and our human minds want to think that sometimes. It's just how they measure things, like, oh, someone just passed, so it's like give them time, or it takes time.
I find this a lot of mediums say that, or that, well, they're reincarnated, so we can't get in touch with them. That's not true.
I have not found that to be true with connection. I know Karen probably hasn't either.
Yeah, because every day, all lives are happening at once. Now, future, past, present.
Yeah,
So
I think
it's different
sometimes
on
they
that
say to
side.
wait because of the grieving process that you're going through. Sometimes it's best to give it a little bit of time.
But that's for us,
Right,
right.
right. But it's
Right.
not on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long, I was going to ask you, how long you've been doing this? You have your website and you do readings. You've been doing this for a while, just part-time, right?
I have been for the last couple of years. I've been doing this. But my training really and learning has gone back probably 12, 14 years through taking part in message circles and retreats and taking classes on intuition and psychic mediumship. And I've worked with various mentors over the years. But yeah.
And Reiki.
Reiki, yep. Oh yeah, I did all
Yeah.
the Reiki training. I'm at a master
Wow.
level actually with that.
Wow.
So I've done space clearing classes. Yeah. So
Yeah, she's actually done classes for clearing spaces of people's homes,
Cool.
like
mhm,
in their space. Yeah,
So
and
how did
clearing
you,
their bodies.
wow. How did
yeah.
you meet Ginger?
I stumbled across the Channeling Erik YouTube channel
Mhm.
and started watching the videos a few years back. And then I was just guided to book with Ginger. I booked a couple of readings with her.
Well done. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
It led me to Erik. Now I'm
Mhm.
working with Erik. So,
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think about Erik?
oh, he's awesome. I'm so excited that I know I was like, I'd really like to work with him. I wonder if he wants to work with me. Of course he does.
He loves doing
Yes,
this,
Yeah.
working with up and
yes,
coming, well, already in your case,
yeah,
established mediums.
Yeah. Because I
Love it.
love
yeah.
doing this work. I really love doing this work. And so this
And you're
is
really good at it too. I just have
thank
to
you.
impress that. Yeah, yeah,
So
very good.
tell me about that statement you just made, Ginger. Why did you say that?
Because when I first started talking to Karen about what she does and what she's wanting to do, because she does also have like a regular day job, but she's wanting to do this, I could really see the power within her because of that drive of wanting to it. Now, many people have the abilities to do this, and some of them just need more practice. It's a skill. You have to work
Yeah.
on it. But the more I talked to Karen about it and would ask her things and see, like where she was at with this, it was just like, it was just so detailed. Things that I would ask her about somebody who had passed, she just like details would come
Wow.
through and aren't as, doesn't mean that other people don't get it, but I'm just saying it was just so quick and so detailed. And I just really think that's a really strong talent that she
Any
has.
particular instances you can divulge without giving the name? Oh, there's so many you can't even think of the part.
Yeah. Well, for instance, we did somebody who should we talk about the one we did with
April?
the hungry appetite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You don't have to
Nobody
give.
knows who she is. Nobody knows who she is. Nobody knows
Okay.
who she is. But anyway, we were talking about somebody and I asked her some questions and it was just details about her personal life that she would bring through. Like the details of how many times she'd been married or she was really
Wow.
into boy,
A
like
ferocious appetite for
men.
men.
Oh,
Yeah. And
good.
it's like if you and we don't, we're not saying who this person is, but that
Mhm.
was one way to describe her to detail. And then there was another person that she got details about the way that this person's health condition, all the way down to talking about the heart condition and the lung problems. And
Mm.
then also this person also works with like tools. It's amazing. So she goes, I see tools with this person. She's just talking about the
Wow.
details about it. And I just think those kind of details are important when you're doing a reading. It's not really about just the details, okay? But those are important to make validation connections of who
Yeah.
you're bringing through and who you're talking about. And it was just so fast and so quick and so detailed. I think that's a quality,
Oh my
a very
God. Yes. I think it'd
skill.
be
Yeah,
fun to
yeah.
present you via maybe the next Channeling Erik YouTube live, and she can join in with you answering,
That would be
questions
awesome.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
love
if
to
you
do that.
want.
Oh yeah.
Think
Oh,
about it.
love it.
Yeah. Think about that.
Absolutely.
You guys decide.
Absolutely.
Talk amongst
Yeah,
yourself.
absolutely.
Okay. I do
Make
want
them
to
up.
ask you, Karen, I've always been, as a little kid, fascinated with pretty rocks when I was 5, 6 years old, whatever. I
Mhm.
collected them. And then I've always had the fascination with the name Atlantis. I named my Atlantis software company, the first software. I created a software.
Yeah.
And
And a
then
boat, didn't you have a boat
Atlantis,
or something?
I had a boat named Atlantis and then Atlantis Scalar. And then I've heard from others that I was in Atlantis with Erik at that time. And I guess that rings true. But Courtney said through Erik that we did the same thing we're doing now, working with crystals,
Mhm.
and in a scalar field and encoding those crystals with information. Apparently, I would encode a crystal with information and give it to the person to help heal them or whatever.
There.
Can
Right.
you tell me any more about that and how I can use that prior knowledge to get even better in the scalar work?
Have you had a past life regression done?
Well, I have. I can't remember I had to Atlantis, but I've been told by several that Eric and I maybe, I
'Cause
don't
it stems
know.
from a past life.
Yeah, it
It
is.
does. But
So you're wanting to know, what you're wanting to know is how can you incorporate that? How can you incorporate
Yeah.
the skills that you had from another life into this life
Right.
now, into what
But
you
I
do?
think she is though.
Yeah.
through the
Now I'm
scalar.
trying to imagine Atlantean symbols, which I don't know what they look like anyway, going into the field, and I got this Atlantis crystal. I don't know if it's even true. Okay, whatever. I don't know.
I'm hearing meditation too. Or even
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
could find
Yeah.
someone, it's somebody who's specialized in doing like the past life regression where you go into meditation and maybe even
Focus on that, right? Focus on
hypnosis
that, right?
and focus on that and see what comes.
Okay. All right.
I agree.
Anything else about
I
my
agree.
Eric? You were in what capacity were you when we were we related? Were we co-workers, co-healers? What's going on here?
I'm hearing sun.
Okay. I think I remember that was said. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not giving me anything else. I
It's
see you
all
working together though.
very
I see
secret.
water and I see you working together.
No.
with the
And I've
rock.
always loved dolphins, so and water. So
Yep.
it all makes sense.
It
It's all
does. It
coming
pulls it
back.
together.
Yeah, I've seen other planets that resemble a lot that where Atlanteans are too. I've seen other planets where they actually use crystals to and water together, almost like they do for like electricity plants in a way, but it's to what is the word I'm looking for? It's to activate
Oh.
the energies around the crystals and using the water too. Like you can get into a bath of healing crystals in the bath that activate water that have been charged, something like that kind of thing. I see that going on too with you and Eric.
Okay.
I didn't mean to
No, that's fine
interrupt,
for you to add.
saying that I've seen that on other planets too. I've seen that with Atlanteans
So
and
I need
them
to
doing.
invite clients over and say, strip naked, get in the bathtub, we're gonna throw some crystals in there, you're gonna be well. No, I'm kidding.
They need to be naked, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know people who actually put it
They're
in
just-
water and drink their water. They have that crystal
Yeah,
in
oh,
water.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
And they
yeah,
do that.
yeah. When I said I don't think they need to naked, Eric goes, "Why not?"
Of course he said that. So, I got this book that I just read a little bit of called Atlantis Rising. It's this lady who, I can't remember her name, the author, channeled from the Syrian something or other. Apparently she was a keeper of crystals and talked about how Atlantis, rose up and then its demise. And it had to do with aliens. I don't know if it was reptilians or whatever, creating a secret government and an elite group and a lot of corruption, and basically that led to the downfall, this corruption, the government and all this stuff and materialism, etc., and ego. And she's in this book, I think they're going to talk about the fact that this is parallel to what we're going through now.
I was just going to say
Very
that
corrupt
sounds like
government.
now.
Very corrupt
I was thinking the
government,
same thing.
elite
I don't want to get into
bureaucracy.
politics, but yeah, it's just
No, no,
Yeah.
no. The elite bureaucracy, the Bilderberg complex, and all these just corrupt on every side of the aisle. I don't care. And it's a warning to us to not do that, not to repeat the same mistakes. And
makes sense.
I don't know. And
Yeah, I mean, isn't that usually what happens?
Eric was saying
That's-
book earlier to me. Yeah, right.
What
Eric
did
was
you
saying
say?
book
What-
to me. He just said book to me earlier, and I didn't say it, but maybe he was referencing this book that you brought up.
could be
Yeah.
Atlantis Rising.
Mhm.
So anything else you want to say about angel readings?
Yeah, do you
How's
want
that
to tell
work?
what's different? How it's kind of different? I mean, it's like our psychic medium readings,
It
but
is.
you call it
I do-
angels
I do
instead
have
of
a
like
team of angels that I work with along with other spirit guides. It's very common for like one of the archangels to come through in the reading, and it's
Ooh.
usually to benefit the client that I'm reading. Yeah, like Michael will come through,
I love
you know,
him.
and I educate the client on who Michael is and how he can protect and strengthen you. Raphael's good for healing. Sometimes
Mm,
Archangel Raphael comes through.
yeah.
Archangel Gabriel, he'll come through too for, you know, he aids in communication.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
very common for that to come through. I do have some angel cards. I don't use them as the base for my reading. I don't do like a card spread, but it's often that I do get guided to pull a card. Like at the end of the reading, I'll pull a card for the client.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Wow. Anything else you want to share about your gifts and talents?
Um, I can't really think of
I,
anything.
I have a question. So
Yeah,
you do email and phone. Are you going to be incorporating virtual too in the future, where you do
I have
virtual
thought
reading?
about it. I have thought about it, setting up the Zoom links. I need to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to, I know you do it, so
Okay.
I'll have to
Yeah.
ask you how to do that. Because yeah, it would be nice
Yeah.
to see the client in person.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I found
Yeah.
out we could do closed caption, so that's cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And you can change
yeah.
it to different
Yeah.
languages, but that's too expensive to do multiple
Yeah.
languages, whatever. I'm sticking with English. Anyway, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Eric, do you have any words to say to Karen?
Yeah, he was just popping in right now. He says that he's very excited and hopes that she's going to be part of the team.
Awesome.
Actually, yeah, he's the reason why he said hopes instead of she will is because it's up to her and how she chooses it, you know. And of course, I have a feeling that she's going to want to, but
I do.
he yeah, he is just saying that he's very happy to get to work with you on a more regular basis. Is what he's talking
That's
about.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
really
a good
excited
starting
about it
place
too.
would be the next or the next after that, whatever, YouTube live with Channeling Eric.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
way you guys
Well,
can team tag and answer questions for people.
yep.
I
Yeah.
would love to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's
And how
set
can they
that
reach
up.
you? Y'all gave me the website, but I can't remember. And of course, it'll go in the description box and on the screen too. Angel
Angel Readings by KarenLynn.com, and it's KarenLynn.
LY. Okay. Angel
Yeah.
Readings by KarenLynn.com.
And I'm on Facebook
Mhm.
and Instagram.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Under under the same
Okay.
What's that?
under the same name under
Yes,
Karen Lynn.
yep. And I've got a YouTube channel started. I'm hoping to do more with that.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, we can plug that too. By the way, I love the color of your wall. Just saying.
Oh, thanks.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite colors. All right. Thank
And
you,
that's an
guys.
angel? Is that an angel right there? The
There's
picture?
right here.
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
print. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you,
Thank
Sandra.
you so
Thank you,
much. I
Eric. I
appreciate
love you
it.
guys all. Please
Thank you.
hit subscribe. We're trying to reach 100K. I don't know why.
We're
but
getting
trying to
there.
reach it.
We're getting there.
Yeah. All right. Love you.
Yay.
Bye.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.